Okay guys, and now we will do it intro for this video.
Seluruh kota merupakan tempat bermain yang asik. Oh senangnya, aku senang sekali. Kalau begini.
Hello ma'am, good morning guys. How are you today? I hope you're fine ma'am, because I fine too. My name is Galih. My student number is 180709971. I am 20 years old and I am from Atmajaya Yogyakarta University, study program Informatics Engineering. Today, to value the final exams of English Spesific Purpose or ESP, in this video I will tell you about how to build a good weather system in smart city. And now, let's go to the topic. Okay, what do you think if we're talking about smart city? Of course, we all know when we're talking about the smart city, not only just talking about a city that is relying on the progress of the technology of information and communication or ICT, which is supported by powerful internet network infrastructure, but the city were able to explore the potential of local and maximize resource power of the city. Smart city illustrates the citizens who are able to solve the economy problem intelligently or smart economy. Smart city supported by a center business, friendly environment industry and service, and can maximize limited natural resources such as water, land, mining, and fossil energy, so as to grow a sustainable economy or green economy. One of the main indicators in smart city is smart environment. In the smart environment, sub-indicators there is smart water and wastewater management. Water is an ultra-essential item for the survival of living things in a city. Without water, living things cannot survive. But, besides that, another advantage, water is the key of the sustainable water urban development and a pillar of public health and social welfare. Inadequate water and environmental sanitation will threaten human health and the environment, and in urban areas, water confront various pressures as a result of increasing water demand, fast urbanization patterns, high population growth, and the increased risk of climate change. Because of that, so it needs something in the integration of urban development and sustainable urban water management in the implementation of smart city is supported by water smart city, which is a combination three main components of pillars that interact with each other. These components are 1. Sustainable of water availability, 2. Reduction and treatment of wastewater, and 3. Reduction and treatment of surface water. And the three main components require interaction with other things in an effort to build a good clean water system, including 1. Interaction between sustainable of water availability with reduction and wastewater treatment or grey water. The result is an efficiency or a reduction in the use of water resource, so that the waste generated is also reduced. The waste or grey water is then utilized back or reused and recycled back into raw water or clean water. Number 2 is interaction between sustainable of water availability with reduction and treatment of surface water runoff. The result is a reduction or reduce the use of surface water. Because of the efficiency surface water, so there is a little surface runoff remaining. Residue of runoff surface water collected and utilized to support the economic activities of urban society, so there is no waste runoff surface water. Number 3. Interaction between reduction and treatment of wastewater with reduction and treatment of surface water. The result is residual runoff water that is not used, and domestic waste or grey water is processed into a source of clean water with environmental friendly technology or green technology. Agronomically, the integration of sustainable urban development with sustainable urban water management in the implementation agreements, integrate development of urban are continuing, with the management of water urban areas are sustainable in the implementation of the smart cities. And besides 3 interactions that I have done before, to get the water smart city in order to support the smart city, there are 6 steps that must be passed that modified of Australian water sensitive city concept. The step is 1. Fulfill of urban water supply (RWS). Urban water supply is obtained from PDAM, groundwater for people in the city. Meanwhile, from the edge of community, clean water needs apart from groundwater, also obtained with surface water and rainwater through raw water reservoirs. Step 2 is processing of waste city or WC. Urban waste consisting of domestic and non-domestic waste or grey water is only on large cities that already do that and managed by the private sector, such as the area of Bumi Serpong Damai or BSD, Alam Sutra in South Jakarta, Kelapa Gading in Jakarta, and Delta Mas Bekasi. Step 3 is management of drainage city or DC. Drainage city in this case is a flood control channel. Rainwater that falls in urban areas detained, so that is not quickly discarded into drainage waste. This is through reservoirs or conservation ponds or retention ponds that has function in addition to flood control as well as water reservoirs. Step 4 is management of urban natural channels or DN. Urban natural channels include rivers, ditches, and river courses. By widening the river banks in various places selectively along the river. Step 5 is recycled water or RW. In recycled water in the form of industrial waste is recycled become raw water for industrial process. And the last step or step 6 is water resilience or water resistance or WR. Water resistance is the sum of urban water supply or WS, waste city or WC, drainage city or DC, urban natural drainage or DN, and recycled water. And those are some steps you can take to get clean water in smart cities. But besides the steps that I have done before, to realize a good water in smart city, we can use the technology of the Internet of Things or IoT. Internet of Things can be used for getting the right amount of water in the right destination for the right duration and only when needed. This will be the job of special soil sensors and weather sensors that will communicate the readings to a particular server that can in turn read weather forecast in the city to determine the right irrigation decision, which will result in commanding the watering valve to open and close. Internet of Things technology also helps in scheduling the maintenance as well as the shutdown of pumps on a regular basis. And there are optimization techniques that can beforehand convey the residents of a city regarding the availability of water during any particular point in time. This helps the water regulation authorities not only in meeting the adequate water demands in a city, rather it also aids the conservation of resource and energy. Another advantage of integrating in water management is reduction in energy pricing and consumption. Predictive analytics can be used to calculate the price of energy during different hours in a day. This information can then be used for scheduling the pumps throughout a day in such a way that there is no loss of additional energy or resource. And that's the way to use IoT to build clean water system in smart cities. For the simplicity in the explain, I will explain using video on my left side, special on my left side. Okay, I will explain it. Special soil sensors and weather sensors that will communicate their readings to a particular server that can, in turn, read weather forecast in the city to determine the right irrigation decision, which will result in commanding the watering valve to open and close. Internet of Things technology also helps in scheduling the maintenance as well as the shutdown of pumps on a regular basis. To implement these smart water supply networks, it needs three different hydraulic sectors, one in industrial, one in urban, and one in residential, and then have been converted into one smart water network. To create a network to state-of-the-art water of the quality sensors and the conventional water meters with electronic versions equipped with communication device have been installed. The information provided by the sector flow meters has been integrated into the end-to-end management system. This so-called business intelligence platform. This platform hosts in the big data center, manages and processes the data gathered from common management system, integrating as well the algorithms developed to automatically detect leaks, predict consumption levels, and check the quality of the water at any moment. After detect the consumption levels and check the quality of the water, the official regulates and schedules the distribution of water to entire host in accordance with the amount of usage needs, then add the data to the database so the system can automatically organize and schedule itself. And after we build in the water system, there are other ways to use IoT that we can apply to build a clean air system in a smart city. This technology name is telemanaging irrigation system. This technology uses a tablet PC device to regulate the clean water system in the city, where clean water system in the city is connected with sensors and remote control so that it can be accessed in conditions wherever and whenever. So, worker can monitor if happen a problem in the city water system. This technology was implemented in Barcelona. They used this technology to control irrigation water system of garden and park. Besides Barcelona, there are also other cities that have success in implementing a good water system, and the city is Netherlands. We know that Netherlands is a country that is lower than sea. To overcome this, the Dutch implements the border system. Water system is a closed water system that includes various elements such as dike, pumps, waterways, retention ponds, land management, and spirit dirty water installation. And it's by implementing the system, the Netherlands managed to create a water system by utilizing seawater and rainwater to make it clean water while making their city not sink. Besides Netherlands, there is another city again that was successful by implementing a good water system, and the city is Singapore. Singapore has 4 ways to get clean water, and then call the ways is 4 national taps. Taps 1 is recycling wastewater with new water. The water recycling technology uses the glass membrane or new water and ultraviolet technology to turn dirty water into sterile again. And taps 2 is desalination, or a way to maintain the supply and demand for water to that continues to increase is to process seawater into fresh water. And taps number 3 is utilization of local water catchment, and for this local water use, PUB or PUB is responsible for water collection, production, distribution, and reclamation in Singapore. In the collection process, rainwater is used to be collected through rivers, canal, and drainage into, and rainwater is that absorbed through rivers, canal, and waterways, and then stored in 17 reservoirs in Singapore. And in each reservoir, pipelines already connects to optimize storage capacity, so that the waters can discharge in 17 existing reservoirs can be maintained one to each other. And taps number 4 is imports from Malaysia. Singapore imports water from Johor, Malaysia. It has been done since 2011 at a low price, and Singapore is meet the increasing water, and to solve this problem, Singapore's import water from Malaysia in a long-term agreement starting at 2011 until 2061. There is some things or ways about how to build a clean water system in smart city, and hopefully what I have explained makes us all understand about how to build a clean water system. And hopefully this clean water system will soon be realized in Indonesia, considering that very large water needs are needed in Indonesia. And that's all from me. I'm sorry if there are many mistakes of words that I say, and I will say thank you for your attention, Miss Bening, and also thank you for your blessings. I became brave in speaking English in front of many people, and hopefully the knowledge that you provide will still be useful for my life in the future. And the last is thank you and good morning or evening, ma'am.